guys, how's it going? Last month in May, something really big happened in my life, and that was I became a college graduate. Me, Andrew McClure, am now an actual college graduate. I think I'm still in a little bit of disbelief that any of this actually happened though. That I'm 100% finished with college and I have a degree as well. Because I truly did not ever think that this day was ever going to arrive because of many reasons. But now that I know that it wasn't all just a dream, I now want to tell you all about how my whole graduation experience went. On May 9th, a few days before the actual graduation ceremony happened, I went to a little pre-ceremony that was given by the Pathway to Baccalaureate program that I was a part of the 8 years that I went to community college. At first, I almost didn't even go to this ceremony that they were having because I just didn't really give it any thought, and I kind of got that this was kind of like those award things that were done like in elementary school, middle school, and even going up to high school, where it's like you got an award just because you participated and you were a part of something. So I kind of just shrugged it off. Then I got an email telling me that the deadline to RSVP was coming up and I was just gonna ignore it and delete it. Then I read it and it said that you will be getting a medal. So then the light bulb goes off in my head. I'm like, a medal? A medal? I'm going to be receiving a medal? So then my tune changed and went and I received a medal. This is what the medal looks like. It is a nice gold-plated medal and it definitely has a good heft to it. So it's not like a little plastic flimsy thing. No, this got some good heft to it. So you know it's a real medal. As you can see in these pictures, I'm very happy that I was awarded a medal to wear at the actual graduation ceremony, which was the coming Saturday. I'm very proud that I have this medal. It represents all the accomplishments and hardships that I overcame in order to become a graduate, and I am very proud of that. And then the big day arrived. May 14th, graduation day. I arrived to the place where the ceremony was being held. It was at Jiffy Lube Live. That's to anybody who watches my video who live in the Northern Virginia area. And for some of you who are older, you might remember it as the Nissan Pavilion. I ran into a friend that I had for 2 years in my geology courses that I took and the mineralogy course that I took last year in 2015. And I sat next to her and the ceremony began. The commencement speaker was the second lady, Dr. Jill Biden, and she gave a very wonderful speech. She talked about her time of being a teacher at the Alexandria campus and that some of her students were very surprised to find out that she was the vice president's wife and that they knew President Barack Obama. After she spoke, some more people talked, and then it was time to actually get on with the actual ceremony. I was very lucky to be one of the first groups to get called up. So I didn't have to wait very long to be called and that I get to walk across the stage and receive my degree. There I am, standing there at the bottom of the stage, waiting for my name to be called. I walk up the stairs, my name is called. I had done it. I had graduated. Something I didn't think was ever gonna happen, happened. The minute I shook the hand of the college president and took my diploma book thing, everything that I never could imagine ever getting there actually happened. Around that time, after my name was called, that's when the weather decided it got cold fast. This was in May, and May is usually springtime, so you know you should be having maybe 67, maybe 72. Well, we didn't get that. That night, as the ceremony continued, the temperature dropped pretty dramatically, and it didn't help that the wind picked up as well. So I'm sitting there with everybody else in our cap and gown, and we're freezing because the material of the gown is like, I don't know if it's sheer, I don't know what it was, but it just went right through you and it chilled you you to the bone. Luckily, after everybody that was in the row I was in and then the row behind me, since we got our degrees, they didn't stay around to see the rest of everyone else get their degrees because no one really wants to stay and watch the rest of your class graduate when it's like 42 degrees. So when me and her were practically the last one sitting in our row, her aunt showed up and told her that her mom and her were going to the car, so she left. I went to go look for my family, and that's when I found out that my mom, my stepfather, and my grandmother on her side had left already because of the cold weather. I looked around, I found my family, and then we got out of there and made our way back to the parking lot. By this time, it was about 8 something at night, and it was, I think it had to be in the like 40 degrees to like possibly maybe 36 degrees. It was freezing! Oh my god, was it freezing walking back to the car. Every step you could feel the wind just freezing your bones. This was May. We shouldn't be having that weather in May. Now I know this is at night and the temperature drops, but not like that. That's just not normal. Since the weather decided to become very chilly, all photos had to wait until we returned to the warmth of the house. After we took some pictures, I decided to celebrate by opening up I had my first glass of Prosecco, and it's actually a pretty good wine. I'm not really a wine person, but the Prosecco had a really good taste to it. I mean, I've had champagne, I've had red wine, I've had white wine, but I'm not really a wine person. But the Prosecco was very good, and I thought that's not a really bad way to celebrate your graduation, with a nice glass of Prosecco. The next day, since my mother, my stepfather, and my grandmother on her side had left, I went to brunch with them, and we took pictures afterwards. So I got pictures with both sides of my family. And that was my whole graduation experience. I have to say, that's not a pretty bad experience. I mean, the weather maybe wasn't so great towards the end, but hey, the major thing is that I graduated. I now have a degree, and I am done with that chapter of my life. After 8 years, from 2007 to 2015, I attended Northern Virginia Community College. And in those 8 years, I never thought that this day was going to arrive, where I was going to walk across the stage, get my degree, and become an actual college graduate. Thankfully, I had all the support from my mother, my stepfather, and a nice group of teachers and counselors to boot to help me those 8 years that I was able to become a college graduate. They all helped me reach a goal that I thought was just never going to be able to be reached. But through it all, it was, and I thank them all for it. I'll talk more in detail of just how each and every one of them helped me in another video. I'm very proud and relieved that this day actually did finally arrive, because as I said earlier, I never thought that this day was ever going to get here because of the many obstacles that stood in my way. But because of the help that I received from those individuals, I can now say that I did it. I am a college graduate. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about this big milestone that I will always remember for the rest of my life. Thanks again for always watching, commenting, and subscribing. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys. Bye.